Thus, it being a Thursday night, we only had 2 NBA games as the Heat beat the Rockets 101-99, and the Clippers beat the Mavericks 125-121. Now, we did have a big night in hockey as the Blue Jackets beat the Devils 2-1. Flyers beat the Predators 2-1. Maple Leafs beat the Panthers 6-1. The Red Wings beat the Hurricanes 4-1. Penguins beat the Wild 2-1. Bruins beat the Ducks 3-1. Blackhawks beat the Stars 5-2. I had to double check. The Canadiens beat the Coyotes 2-1. Lightning beat the Flames 5-4. The Golden Knights beat the Islanders 4-2. The Canucks beat the Blues 5-1. And the Jets beat the Sharks 5-3. And would you look at that? That's all of our sports scores in a minute. That's fast. I think we can do faster. Well, hopefully. I mean, maybe there'll be less games. Or more games, which will make it harder to... Okay. In a huge blockbuster trade, and man, I'm talking, wow. This is huge. And it feels really good to be talking about baseball in December. The Los Angeles Dodgers have traded All-Star Yasiel Puig, 3-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Golden Glove winner Matt Kemp, All-Star pitcher Alex Wood, and pinch hitter Kyle Farmer, along with $7 million in cash to the Cincinnati Reds for 2-time no-hitter throwing pitcher Homer Bailey, along with 2 minor league players, Jeter Downs and Josiah Gray, in a move that everyone is speculating that will see the Los Angeles Dodgers making a huge attempt for Nationals star player Bryce Harper. This move clears up almost $37 million in space for the Los Angeles Dodgers, so best believe they're going to be making a big offer to one of the hottest free agents in baseball. In other free agency news that involve the Dodgers, Manny Machado has said he's going to wait until after the New Year's to make his decision on who he's going to be signed with. He has been courted and met with the Yankees, the White Sox, and the Phillies. Despite his on-the-field issues and the lack of hustle that we've seen, Manny Machado historically has been a great player when he was playing in Baltimore. But he is expected to receive a 10-year deal worth $300 million. And personally, as a Yankees fan, that 10-year deal worth that amount of money to a player who's already shown you some lack of hustle might need to take some reconsideration. Switching over to NFL free agency, Le'Veon Bell, who sat out this entire season due to a contract dispute with the Pittsburgh Steelers, he says he's had his eye on the Indianapolis Colts. He's been liking what Andrew Luck has been doing, and he wants to sign with the team, if able to, when he becomes a free agent this March. Rick Pitino, who was ousted from his head coaching job at Louisville in September of last year, admits the scandal which involved an Adidas executive conspiring to pay $100,000 to the family of a top recruit to play basketball at Louisville and then sign with Adidas once he turned pro, has returned to coaching. Despite just in September, on an interview with ESPN, Pitino said that he would more than likely never coach again, and basically that he was done with the game. Well, going back on that statement, Pitino has signed to coach, forgive me, He's coaching a Greek team. It's one of the top tier teams. I cannot pronounce the name for the life of me, but they're based out of Athens, and Rick Pitino is going to be their head coach. Now, over his career, Pitino has been no stranger to scandal, as he also went through an extortion attempt back in 2009 while he was coaching at Louisville. Despite all the negativity surrounding his career, Rick Pitino is one of the most successful and decorated collegiate basketball coaches of all time, making the Final Four 7 times and winning the NCAA tournament twice, once with Kentucky and again with Louisville. But the win with Louisville was vacated, along with 2 of those Final Four appearances, taking his grand total down to 5. Along with his Final Four appearances being vacated, 123 wins from 2012 to 2015 were erased from his record due to the escort sex scandal, where strippers and escorts were paid to entertain recruits on campus visits during 2010 and 2014. Despite the nature of these scandals, Rick Pitino has maintained his statements of innocence and has even documented it in a book, which he wrote entitled Pitino, My Story, where he further drives home his story of having no knowledge of what was going on in any of these scandals. Even with all of these great efforts he's made to proclaim his innocence, he's still labeled by many within basketball as a liar. And with today's news of Rick Pitino returning to coaching basketball once again, just 3 months after saying he was done for good, Rick sure isn't helping his case of innocence all that much, is he? And to end tonight, because it's Friday and I'd like to have a little bit of fun, because it's a ridiculous story and it's also at, well, my heart's expense. Joakim Noah, who said he's too lit to play in New York City, was apparently not allowed to party with the younger players while he played with the Knicks last season. In a quote from Stephen Bondi of the New York Daily News, Noah's partying was well known and young players, including fellow Frenchman Frank Nicolina, were told not to go out with him, according to a source. Knicks president Steve Mills also said today, "Had it been just my decision, I don't know if I would have signed him. There was a reason why we thought it was the best thing for the culture of our team." Whew. At the time Noah was signed, it appears now that it was a move made by former team president and the Zen master himself, Phil Jackson. When it rains, it pours, man. And damn, it's been pouring on the Knicks. Like the Nets are doing better. And they're in Brooklyn now. Come on. It's bad. It's real bad. Real bad. Well, hey, we made it through our first week of shows. And for those of you who've been watching, for those of you who've been sharing, I appreciate you guys so much. It means a lot. On that note, I hope you have an amazing night, and even better tomorrow, and a most supremely dope weekend. As always, this is Unfocused with BGisDOPE. I'll catch you guys Monday, and as always, stay dope.